All right. So I named today's recording Triple Play 135. So I posted that this morning. I don't know if anybody saw it, but apparently last night Philadelphia pulled off a triple play, which triple plays in baseball are rare. When I say rare, you might see, I don't know, in a 162 game schedule with 30 teams, you usually might see between 3 to 5 of them a year. So like I said, it's fairly rare to see it happen. And what stuck out to me is ESPN posted it today. And let me forward it to right now. That way you can see it on the board. And I'll share screen so you can see what we're talking about. All right. So it says Phil's turn rare 135 triple play, the first since 1929. All right. And there's a story behind it, and it'll say again, Phillies turn rare 135 triple play, Major League Baseball's first since 1929. The Phillies turned a rare triple play to snuff out a possible Tigers rally in the third inning Monday night. Now, you got the Phillies playing the Detroit Tigers in this game. All right. So 135. All right. For a triple play is pretty interesting because that's one is the pitcher, 3 is first baseman, and the 5 is it's either third base or the shortstop. I can't remember. So that makes it an interesting triple play to start with. So let me show you what that turned up for me. Yeah. Okay. Well, put myself in the wrong room. All right. So with that, I went with that immediately told me to go grab Q Drop 135 and see what was there. And that brought up a big red flag. And so this ought to be of interest for everybody. And it should be a marker in a way. Just bear with me a second. These posts are kind of long. So you gotta put them all out and then scroll back to them. All right. Q Drop 135. And can everybody still see this? Yep, okay, good. Sure. All right. Q Drop.
Yeah, but doing the Q Drop on the game.
Yeah. All right. So Q Drop 135. All right. And what makes it interesting as it's posted 11/11. Okay, I want you to keep that in the back of your head. All right, for a few minutes. All right, so we got Q drop 135. It says Rothschild owned and controlled banks. All right, it starts with Afghanistan. This is the Bank of Afghanistan. All right, that's the first one it lists, and it listed everything in alphabetical order. Okay, and as you scroll down, the last bank listed on the first page is Canada, colon Bank of Canada. So I think it might be good to look into the Bank of Canada and I'll explain that in a few moments too. All right. So then we have Q drop 136, and the reason why, because these are all strung together. So it's important to bring these together. All right. So you got, again, posted on 11/11. And again, it's interesting the time that they're posted. So this one starts out with Cayman Islands. All right, Cayman Islands Monetary Authority. Now, if you think about, as soon as I saw that, it reminded me of the movie The Firm. Did anybody see that movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. They went to the Cayman Islands a couple times, didn't they?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. The last one on this page is Iran. All right. Central Bank of Iran, Islamic Republic of Iran. So then we go to the next Q drop, which is 137. And again, we still have the same date. And again, we're at the 11:30 timestamp. 11:31, 11:31, 11:32. All right. And this one starts out with Iraq, Central Bank of Iraq. All right. And as we scroll down, it ends with Pakistan, State Bank of Pakistan. The next one is Q drop 138. Again, same date, essentially the same timestamp, but just about. All right. This one is New Guinea. All right. And then as we scroll down, all right, the last bank is Zimbabwe, Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. All right. And then Q writes, the Fed and the IRS, fact, U.S. Federal Reserve is a privately owned company sitting on its very own patch of land, immune to the U.S. laws, period, Q. So, where does the Federal Reserve sit? Washington, D.C., inside the 10 square miles. Now, remember, Washington, D.C. is 43 square miles, but there's a 10 square mile area that is not U.S. territory. And that's where the White House sits, the Supreme Court sits, Congress sits, the Federal Reserve sits, the FBI, the CIA. I'm sorry, not CIA, but all these federal buildings are within this 10 square mile area, and that is foreign territory. So it makes them immune to U.S. laws. So just kind of put it there for you. All right. So think about the banks that I mentioned, all right, in this string. Okay. Now, there's a lot more banks, okay, in there, okay. But I found it interesting that Zimbabwe was the last one, and we know how powerful the Zimbabwe bond is going to be. All right. We know about the Iraqi dinar. Okay. And, I just found it very interesting. And then, for them. Now, here's something else. The Vietnam Dong is right here. The Venezuela Bolivar will be right here. So, three of the top currencies are right here on this last page. And I haven't, really gone through it other than that. But, that kind of stuck out for me a little bit there. All right. So, next thing I looked up was Q Drop 531, the mirror image of 1-3. All right. Again, the date on it is January 13th. That gives you 11.3 right there. It says anonymous. All right. Now, you got to remember this comes off of 4chan, 8chan, and 8kun, and the they use all kinds of weird language here. All right. So it says ChessFact says JA's chessboard is a famous game with a deadly move that was thwarted by the world champ in 1918. It comes on the day of Trump's zero tweet marker. Next move on JA's chessboard is, are you ready for this? Queen F3 equals queen to F3. Q Fox 3. Q responds with impressive Anon Q. So, everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Okay, anyone confused at the moment?
I'm trying to visualize the QF3 on the chessboard.
Okay, well, the chessboard's on there. You can click on it. Here, let me try. I might be able. I'll see. Yeah, it'll let me make it larger for you.
Yeah, it expands. I'm just trying to visualize the move.
Yeah. All right. So let me there we go. All right. So, all right. You see where the queen is located, right?
The white queen, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, the white queen. All right. So what they're showing you is the next move that the queen's going to make. All right. So what sticks out to me is something that I saw posted earlier today. And so let me grab that and let's see if it matches up. See. All right. Let me share these two, and I'll read through it, and it should make a lot of sense. All right. Let me share screens again. All right. All right. You got Diana and JFK, and you have a butterfly in the middle. All right. I have a feeling they're letting you know, like, butterfly effect, possibly, but I think it's going to go a lot deeper. It says here, we are God's warriors. Diana and I are Drew's Clooney Kennedy, warriors of God and divine, all children of God. Our defense weapon of choice are love and light. We are the guardians of the divine humanity and all divine creation of God on earth and beyond. Our love and light obliterates the darkness of evil and treason always. Nothing can stop us from what we do in perpetuity and in eternity. Sans exceptions. Peace is our bravery. Sincerely, John, JFK, and Diana Kennedy Clooney. So then the next one is a picture of Diana. It says, save our children. And you got the butterflies again. It says, our children of God need all rescue attention that we can mobilize now. We greet all and every one out there from Paris with our plea to you for help. We call for your help to do your part now. We, the people, are now one. Action now and save all children now. Please repost this post through all your channels, and please do not stop. Repeat, do that. This message here reaches all corners of our divine earth and beyond. Report all pedocriminals urgent. Email to Inspector General of the U.S. Air Force hotline email address. Write in simple language, any language. This is not a legal wording. You report the truth and names. Emails, contact GSM data, points, describe violations under reference Executive Order 13818 and under U.S. Law of War Manual 2015 during wartime 50 U.S.C. 1550. Tell this to all and as many other divine humans as possible. This needs to be out there through all your channels. You have the world's largest military force, the U.S. Space Force, the USSF behind you, and have no more fear. No violence on your own. Protests, okay, but no violence. Let our military and special forces in all territories take out the criminals. First order, save the children report immediately, all. No time wasting. Children need to be rescued. All criminals and report all Jews, Freemasons, judges, doctors, and nurses that have done COVID bioweapon injections. All right. Here's the email. saf.ighotline@us.af.mil. No fear, unite. Sempra Supra. Sincerely, John, JFK, and Diana. All right. Everybody with me so far?
Sure.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Now, is this making sense?
Something's going on.
All right. Okay. If you have questions, please ask. Cause I'm going over this, but I want you to.
I thought Diana was the daughter of JFK.
She
No.
is.
Okay,
Yes.
so why does it seem like in some of his posts it sounds like they're together?
I understand.
Okay.
So let them explain it. All right. So I got you there so far, right? All right. Let's go with the next one. All right. Next one. Is this helpful that I'm sharing the screen?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
it's hard to see the letters there, but
Yeah.
I mean the
Okay.
picture. So
All right. So you have a picture of Julian Assange on the next post. It says Julian is special. All right. Ops. Notice there's a U.S. flag there. Special U.S. Forces operations. All right. We told you the truth months ago. In fact, without our special operations top shot, Julian, we would not be alive today. He, of course, never was in prison. Watch, understand, and dance. And they put a space there before he put the period, which might be a little odd. We'll see. Could have just been a mistake. I says, Julian, we love and thank you and your WikiLeaks team for being part and an essential factor to save our divine humanity. You are a hero and much more. Bravo. Counterintelligence information gathering is like oxygen. Sincerely, John, JFK, and Diana. All right. So far, so good?
Yes. Yes, sir.
continue on.
All right. Let me. All right. Come. All right. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. We talked about Julian Assange now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So the next one. All right. You have a clock that's at 10 and 2. You have the U.S. Space Force emblem. All right. And you have these flowers. It says 10 past 10 today. All right. It says flowers for my darling Diana, and God is in the detail. Satan has been destroyed by our Space Force, and it's nothing been blasted, pushed out of our galaxy forever. A statement of love and light. Now, good morning, wonderful, divine fellow humans out there. The sun is out here in the Paris Tiffany blue sky, and emotions inspiring dancing forever. That's what we do, because Diana and I are madly in love with each other and with all of you. You have a blissful day and breathe the liberty God has given you all. Enjoy the now. When reality conquers illusion, it's time to wake up and act. Sincerely, John, JFK, and Diana. The next one, it says, in it together. And this is this picture of this from the Marine Corps raising the U.S. flag on trying to think.
Come on. Is that Iwo Jima?
That's what I'm not sure. So it says cooperation, C period, D class, next question, time to awaken, America, period, Q. Again, now this one is sincerely John and John F. Kennedy, Q. Then you have another picture of Assange and a clock. All right. It says, it's time for the truth. It's time for the truth. Where we go one, we go all. Semper Supra. And it says, sincerely, John and John F. Kennedy, Q. And then you have U.S. Navy F-4J Phantom with a KC-130T USN. All right. So refueling. All right. Again, he signed this sincerely, John and John F. Kennedy, Q. All right. And as you can tell, these are the fake Julian Assange pictures. These are not real. So just bear with Linwood, folks. It'll make sense soon. All right. I'll stop sharing screen here. All right. Now, is everybody properly confused?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good and confused. All right. So, all right. Here's some hints to what he's telling you. So JFK would be Q. All right. And where was the Queen? Anybody remember?
F3, going to F3, right?
Uh-huh. All right. So the Queen on the board, on the chessboard. This is the chessboard that Julian Assange posted years ago. All right. And right after he posted it, ended up being on, I think 4chan. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you for sure. Yeah, it would have been on 4chan. This is before they went to 8chan. All right. So on his Twitter account, he posted the chessboard. And the chessboard was from a very famous chess game from 1918. All right. And so, if you remember, we've said that, you got to remember, Trump is a grandmaster at chess. All right. And they've been playing 5D chess while the deep state's been playing basically checkers. All right. So they call this the birth of a deadly martial attack. Capablanca versus Marshall, 1918. And it says, very next move, white queen to F3, Q blocks 3. All right. Well, if you think about it, you have JFK as 1, Junior as 2. You would have the queen as 3. All right. And it would seem that we have Julian Assange as 4. So when you get to the last one that I just posted, where the jets are, that's where you see the F4. All right. And it's a U.S. Navy F4J Phantom 2s. So Julian Assange was essentially a phantom to them. Yeah. And that was Iwo Jima, Ronnie?
Yeah.
All
By
right.
the way,
Thank you, sir.
also on that refueler is QB, Quebec Bravo, the quarterback. Pretty interesting there.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And let me show y'all something else that I caught on to today. So, let me grab, see if I can grab something that shows a screenshot. And oh, I didn't see this earlier. I'll post that now, so you got that. Somehow I missed that one. It happens sometimes when you scroll too fast, I guess. let's see. What I'm looking for is a screenshot of the refueling. Oh, yeah, this is. I definitely wanted to show you all this, and I figured I would love this. All right, let me share screen. Did you catch anything there? In the video by chance?
I couldn't see a video.
All right. Well, the very beginning of the video, so it's 35 seconds long, just a little FYI. And at the very beginning of the video, it shows a picture of Diana, and it shows you 11:11.
Yeah, 11:11.
Yep. And I showed you all those posts were on 11:11. All right. And I didn't see this earlier, but this was 20-year memorial special. JFK Jr. His amazing untold story and secret plan to run for president. It says, oh yes, the final moments are here. Where we go one, we go all. Sempra Supra. Oh, figured I would share that real quick. Oh. All right. Let's see. What else? Oh, there was one other thing I was trying to find for you real quick. Well, has anybody seen the screenshot of the refueling, where it shows them refueling, and you see the boom?
Yeah. That one just shows the one that you got there, just showing them. Oh yeah, it's showing the boom.
Yeah.
You want it? Well, you want to see it? I mean,
Well, what I was trying to illustrate is so you can see it from the above view. Okay, when you look at it from the above view, it is essentially showing you the it's basically the Space Force emblem in a way when you look at it.
mm-hmm.
All right, and if you inverted it, it would be 10 and 2 instead of 4 and 6. I mean 4 and 8. The way it's showing it. So let me see here. That's all right. I'll find it later, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, but I do want you to see this. Let me share this. And this is giving you another big hint for what's coming. All right. Do screen share. All right. Again, you got Diana, butterfly, Space Force emblem. You got JFK. It says United, and you have state, the United States flag, handshake, the Russian flag, world peace. Isn't that interesting?
Bringing the truth out about Russia.
Yep. And so you have the heritage. All right. Now think about this for a second. You know he speaks Russian. All right. It talks about the Swiss heritage. All right. He's part Russian, Greek Orthodox. All right. And something else. Oh, shoot. I had it. Okay. The other one that we talked about, again, I think it was yesterday, and we've talked about this in the past. Think of Trump's heritage. All right. He is the son of Patton. All right. And he has a twin brother, Robert. All right. And Patton, George Patton, his brother is Mussolini. So another U.S. Russian connection. Anyone find that interesting?
Yeah, the bloodline, the Clooney bloodline is going to blow people's minds, which is extraordinary, as all of it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I need to do a little more digging, but again, these are the few things that popped up that I noticed in a few minutes' time. I just got back home. We had a nice family dinner. Remembering our dad, Grandpa, and Tavares having his birthday. This is a little. It's a hard day for him because he enjoyed it so much, sharing it with his grandfather, and for his grandfather to only pass away 2 days later, it was kind of rough on him. And so it's kind of hard. It's a bittersweet day, to share it, for his birthday. And it's your birthday, but your your grandfather that you were really close to, super close to, passed away 2 days later. After sharing his birthday with him. So I'm glad for him that it's getting easier. And again, I haven't. He doesn't know about what's coming. I mean, he knows a little bit about what's coming. You know, my brother would prefer I not, get into this stuff. with my nieces and nephews, which I respect it. I just let it, we'll go from there. But this was really cool. So on the way home, it had rained a little bit, I guess, while we were inside. And as we went to get the car, it was, all of a sudden started to rain again. And we got in the car, and it was just like a heavy, heavy rain the whole way home. And there wasn't any thunder, but there was a lot of lightning. And then you could see power was out for miles while we were on 295, coming back home. And the bridge we took, it's one of the longer bridges in Jacksonville. And, you could feel, the rain, you could feel the wind coming across as we were crossing the bridge. And my brother, told my nephew to, be careful as we get up to the top, because that's where the wind can really whip and, push you. It can push you so hard you'll change lanes, and there's not much you can do about it. And I had looked up a little before that, and I saw, it was nothing but pure, cloud cover. And then all of a sudden, I saw lights in a way it was a triangle formation, but it was almost like the Space Force emblem. The way the lights were set up, and I knew it wasn't. I knew right away what it was, because they the lights were red instead of being like the normal lights you would see if it was an aircraft. These were red, and then the one at the tip was kind of a white red, and so I'm kind of chuckling to myself. I was like, "Oh, this is pretty funny." I'll watch this as we're going along, and we're on the bridge, and as it's climbing up to the peak, we get to the top of the bridge, and it's almost like there's no wind, no rain. It's just like more like a drizzle. And then when we get on the other side, coming back down, right as we got to the base, right before we got to the basin again, the wind picked up again, and you could see it was just sheets, and it was just water coming off the river, and it was basically just skipping and coming off the river, and I'm just kind of chuckling to myself the whole time, and we were riding with our emergency lights on, flashers, because you wanted to make sure everybody could see everybody. There was several of us doing that. But we get back to the house, and it's still like pouring down, and then right as about to open the door, all of a sudden the rain doesn't stop, but it drastically slowed down. And then we got back in, and then as soon as we got back in the house, the rain picked up again. But I think it's done raining now. But it was interesting to watch it, and feel what was going on around us. As we were, coming home. And so, of course, I grabbed my phone, and the first thing I saw when I grabbed my phone was the Philadelphia thing that I posted around noontime today. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to go, look at the Q drops. And sure enough, that's when I went and looked and, started, seeing all this stuff. It's like, oh wow. I was like, well, I might as well at least go online and put this out before I forget about it and have to do it tomorrow. I don't want to interfere with what Peter has going on tomorrow, but I figured I'd do this real quick, and then I might answer a few questions for a little bit. I'm still awake enough to do that. If anybody has any questions, or if you're not sure, what I'm showing you here, just let me know.
All right, everybody. Open mic. Questions, comments, commentary. Let's enjoy yourselves. What you have to share makes a difference in everybody's lives. So, open mic right now.
I have a question. I thought they were saying that Princess Diana was under a mask with Melania Trump. Can someone explain that?
Yes.
Can you turn your radio off in the background, please, Brenda?
It's very easy to tell. All you have to do is go back and look at the pictures or video from their weddings, where they got married, how they got married. You watch the video footage from the inauguration. All you got to do is watch how she conducts herself and how she does her hand gesturing for her wave, and you can tell right away that is Diana. That is not Melania.
Okay, so in that she's with Trump though, and in what we just saw,
That's because they're married.
well,
What JFK is explaining, all right, is that Diana is his first daughter. Very much loves his first daughter. They haven't been able to see each other in a long time. They'll explain. That's why I said don't worry about the small stuff. They'll explain that stuff later on to you.
okay, so she's actually married to Trump then.
Yes.
Diana. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I was confused because the picture was looking more like she was married to JFK, the new one. I can't think of his name.
No.
Okay, so that's his daughter.
That's his daughter.
Okay, now I get it. Thank you.
Hey, Gordon.
Just go back and listen to the videos that he's putting out, and it'll make sense to you. Okay, who just said hi?
It was me.
Hey, Lady Scott.
Yeah. Been really busy, so I haven't been on much, but I just wanted to add there that Diana and Caroline, I believe it was, are sisters. That's why you see them in the photos like that a lot. And to keep everybody confused. That way, that protects them a little bit more. So how's everybody doing tonight?
I'm good. How's everybody else? Are we alive?
Hey,
I'm good.
We are live.
Lady Scott just asked how everybody's doing. Everybody, 127. Hi, yeah, yes. You're on a wonderful, excited. Wake up, everybody. Wake up, world. Come on, everybody.
Wonderful.
I
How
just got done.
you doing?
I had a fantabulous day today. I got to help my neighbors, had take them for a ride, and I got a young man into a pickup and got him into a cabin. So I've been really busy.
Standing. That's wonderful.
Yeah, this guy, he's like one of my kids. He lived in the neighborhood all his life across the street, and he moved back from, I don't know, back east, where somewhere East Texas. He came back and he needed a house. He was staying with his grandparents. Y'all know how that is, right? So I got him into the cabin. He was one of the first ones that started helping me. He helped dig the gas line where we put in new gas lines, and they dug it by hand, him and his brother. I said, well, of course I have a place for you. And then I had an old white truck that I don't drive anymore. It runs and everything. Needed the tags and license, so I loaned him the money to get that taken care of. So now I'm broke till payday, and I couldn't be happier about it.
Yep. You have a wonderful heart.
Always so rewarding to help another.
Well, y'all share some of your good deeds today. Did you buy somebody pizza, or maybe take somebody to the store? That's what we need to be focused on, the good things that we do. Not worry about all this bad stuff. It's already taken care of. God's got that.
All right, we have 126 great people on here. Share your wonderful stories. What's going on in the world? That's a great commentary there. What is it? The difference you made in the world. Did you save a bird? Did you save a frog? Did you save a dog? Did you save another human being? Did you save yourself? Did you have a wonderful time today? Who has something to share? Come on. We all do. 127 wonderful people. If you've never shared before, you got something wonderful floating around your heart. Go ahead and share it.
Well, I've been helping some people too. I was throwing away something down the road, and they stopped and asked if they could have it. It was a wheelbarrow. And I've been helping them out because they're like pretty poor out and everything, and now their house burnt down. It's just so pitiful because I've been trying to help them get around. Their own family don't help them. And they just enjoy it so much. And I took her shopping the other day and to Kroger of all places, and they have the good food there. And I was showing her how to pick out non-GMO foods and stuff like that. She really had a great time and said she learned a lot. And I enjoyed doing it, and she had a really good time.
That's
Outstanding.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Beautiful
outstanding.
story. Listen, I say this not for us to be bragging on ourselves, but because your story inspires others in ways that maybe they didn't think that they could help other people. So, and I always think when I wake up in the morning, my very first thought is that scripture that goes something like, rejoice, for today is the day the Lord had given you. And that's what I think about. And I think, how am I going to rejoice today? Who am I going to help? Who's next?
Well, the thing is, we came into this world without anything. We didn't even have clothes on. and we're going to go out without anything. Whatever we have now, we can't take with us. Might as well share the love.
Brenda, you made me laugh. That's right. We came in with little naked butts. We're going out with little naked butts. Did y'all see that new Gould video? There was a Russell J. Gould video, a new one. I just posted it not too long ago. I thought I did. I could be wrong. Let me go look. Maybe I put it in my law room. I was talking about, oh, I know. I sent it to you, Lightning, Ronnie. It's talking about kicking NATO out of the United States. He authorized it now. Hallelujah. They've been the source of a lot of problems. Oh, and he's going to seize their dollars, too. That's a good little video right there. Made me smile.
Hey, I just saw something flash by where Biden's talking about forgetting. Hold on, my dogs. He's not going to do that thing or something. Hold on.
Yeah, he's not going to have that conference or whatever it was. Your dog made me think of that video, Brenda, the one that where the dog don't like Biden. As soon as you said Biden, your dog started barking.
I know she's up here mad at the other dogs are in her way. If they got her spot, then she's fussing at them. No, what they call it, they're supposed to be out in 2 days. He's talking about reneging on it. I don't know. I hadn't seen it all, but I saw where it flashed through on here, where he's not wanting to do it.
There was another post over on, I'll have to go back and find it, but it's on Twitter, and it says that pretty soon, like in, I don't know, I guess next week, 10 days, a lot of these people going away that are doubles, body doubles, for Congress, and see Schiff, Kamala, Biden, and there were some others. What's that one they called Horseface? What's her name? She's supposed to go away too.
Not Kamala. The one that laughs all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great big eyes.
You had AOC?
Yeah,
They're all
AOC.
gone though anyway.
Yeah, but for the big public and for us that are awake, that's a big move to go ahead and get them on out of the public.
Well, here's my thought. When Joe Biden and Trump supposed to have that, I can't think of the name of it. Well, you know what I'm talking about. I was thinking it would be so cool if they went in there. He wants a blood test or something, or to see if he's doing drugs. I think it'd be so cool if they went in there and took off his mask. Wouldn't that be a party?
Well, I kind of thought that myself.
We're on the same page.
I think it'll be pretty cool whenever some of these players pull off their masks and we really get to see who they are. I think they ought to just line them up right there on the military public television and let them start pulling off their masks. And then they can hold up the thing about when they were actually executed or show their tribunal execution.
I think that's the way it needs to go too. I don't know. Maybe they got more stuff they're trying to get through, but looks to me like we're about done with it.
When King Clement was talking about the shaking, and the Bible talks about there be a great shaking too. I always thought earthquakes, but I guess that's just as much of an earthquake to shake the foundation of the people to know that they've been lied to about everything. and shake the government like they are.
Yeah, it's just really troubling how they're trying to shut Trump up, you know. And I know when they go and do this, Joe Biden and him, I know somebody's going to be in there leading that and shutting Trump up the whole damn time. They're going to probably not let him hardly say anything. What do y'all think?
Well, the judge went and revisited his order where he can talk about some things, but it's all a show anyway. When it's all over, they'll tell us all about it, give us all the credits, and tell us what was the motivation behind each scene and all of that. Yeah, we're at the final end of it because Russia and the U.S. are getting into it now. And Israel was last, so I don't know if they meant the literal, I think they're talking about the physical country of Israel, not the biblical meaning of all of the peoples of Israel. And so far, we pretty well followed the Bible. It said there'll be a great migration from the east. Well, look at all the immigrants that have come in. That's a migration. And then I came across the post that really, when I seen it, it dawned on me. I just be glad when they get through with all these illusions and the veils and the masks, and let's get rid of the smoke and mirrors and all of it.
My son-in-law, he's been following a lot, about the only one that talks to me about this stuff because most of them don't want to hear it. But he was, I think he was saying something about, well, why are they letting all this stuff happen? Why people, you know? I said, I don't think they're really letting it happen. It's just a show. But also, you can't arrest someone until they committed the crime. Just like I tell everybody, if I tell you I'm going to rob a bank, can they arrest me? No. If I rob the bank, then yes. You have to catch them in the crime.
Well, the problem is that they had pardoned themselves from any crime prior to when Trump was in office. So Trump had to let them continue to commit the crimes so that they would have a lawful reason to arrest them. So when they continued with the voting fraud, Trump tried to intercept as much of the COVID with the military placebos as they could. And that's why he said, go ahead and take the vax, because most of it, or he thought most of it, was placebos. And a lot of people, don't take that into account. And then, like for Julian Assange, I don't know if y'all are aware of this or not, but he's an operative. He's one of the good guy operatives. And I've seen 2 or 3 posts where it said Julian Assange was never really in jail. He was just waiting for his, I guess you would say his turn at the, what they say, batter up. Each one of them have moved in and out of the primary scene at different intervals. And so now it's time for Julian Assange to step up with all this information, because whatever they did this last time with Trump now set a precedent to where when Julian Assange brings forth this information, they can be arrested because the precedent has been set.
Well, they're saying that Julian Assange, he actually helped us more than we know. We probably wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for him, is what they're saying.
Correct. Did you know that he's also a relative? Can't remember, was it to Trump or to JFK? That
Trump.
was over there. Yeah, okay, Trump.
He seems to be related to a lot of people.
Hey, I have to keep up on that kind of stuff. Because that's my relatives too. I think Trump is like my sixth cousin removed or something like that. I don't know any of the folks personally. I don't want anything from them. It's just a bloodline, you know. So maybe that's what gives me the drive that I got to keep doing this stuff every day. Get up and help people and post what I can on the health and the law logs and stuff like that.
Hey, Lady Scott, I have a question for you. Is that your last name by marriage or by birth or what?
Scott is by marriage. My maiden name is Oates, Oates. There were two that came over on the ships from Scotland, Ireland, over in that area. And it was John Oates and James Oates. And our line is from James Oates. They came over, I believe, as indentured servants. But when you go into the my history, you'll find that at one time we were kings of the island of Oman and down through there. Then we came on the ships. They came down through Georgia, Tennessee, those places. I guess that's why I think the most beautiful place in the United States for me is the top of Coppertop Mountain in the fall there in Tennessee. I would love to have a beautiful retreat up there.
Well, the reason why I was asking because my mom's maiden name was Scott, and they're from like North Alabama, South Alabama. Sorry.
Yeah, my husband's family comes down from New Hampshire. They were of the native tribes, the headhunters. I guess we're a pretty good fit, huh? We both know each other really well. If I see his temper rearing, okay, babe, it's time to go home. And he's the same with me. He tells me, don't let it upset you, babe. Come on. Anymore, to me, things are like a game. I deliberately go and order food out just to see how many mistakes they're going to make on it because I already know they are. It's just the way I size it up is they are of the world. I'm just in the world. And they speak a different language than what God speaks. And anytime I come up with a godly person, I don't have any trouble whatsoever. Y'all, I don't know, do y'all have interesting situations like that too? I seen Wolvie posted some calls and stuff tonight. I I didn't get a chance to read them or stuff or listen. Can anybody update us on that?
Oh no, I came in kind of late.
Yeah, me too. I've been running at a run all day today. I'm going to have to shut the doors and just lock them up tomorrow. I got to get my paperwork finished this week.
Yeah, you sound like me. I'm working on paperwork. My house had flooded. My husband had passed. I'm trying to do all that, and it's just so much going on.
I'm so sorry, honey. God bless you.
I know. I'm just a very busy person. I just thought when I retired, I would be able to travel and go have fun and relax. I work more now than when I was working, and that's pretty bad.
Well, they say there's no rest for the wicked. You must be pretty
Okay.
wicked. Oh, I'm just hoorahing you. I was looking for that post. There was a post that I posted that showed this was a great big mothership. They're starting to show themselves a little bit at a time. Let me go see. I'm trying to backtrack where I found it. I think somebody sent it to me. I thought I sent it to Ronnie.
I was still looking for that tape when they inaugurated President Trump back in. The Army did.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
Oh,
They
that. I'm
kept
hoping
saying
so.
they did.
Huh?
I said they kept saying they did.
Yeah, I saw it, but you couldn't save it at the time.
Uh-huh.
Because the group was real sick back then too, and I just seen it that one time. I may have taken a picture of it, but I've got so many pictures. I'm trying to go through them and see if I can find some of those.
I know things just moving so fast. All I can do is throw it on the disc and hope I can remember to get to the Best Buy to go get everything and dump all my pictures. That's something else I got to do. ASAP.
Well, I've been trying not to re-update my phone.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they're going in and looking at our stuff, and I've had pictures disappear before, and even in my Gmail account, I went back and they were gone. So I guess I don't know if it's the original that you save and they take it out, if it just takes it from there too or what. But I have stuff missing, so I didn't want to update till I kind of got some of the stuff out of the way and downloaded and kept what I wanted. But anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah, I've had that happen too. It's amazing.
Well, they announced today on TV, I saw it, to where they're all trying to stifle us even worse than they were doing. You know, did y'all see that? They're trying to shut everybody up, and then when these people were talking, I can't think who it was, on CNN, they shut her. Oh, it was Trump. One of the Trumps. Let me see who it was. I think it was President Trump's daughter, and they wouldn't let her talk. They shut her up. They fixed to do everybody even worse than what we were, because we only got like till November. So they're trying to shut us up. They think that's going to help them, but it ain't. It ain't going to help them. It's just going to make them worse.
Well, everybody keeps waiting till November, but what I don't understand is that how is November going to make a difference if 90% of the government's going away?
Ain't he really supposed to come on in before that? I mean, from what I understand,
Even if Trump comes in, the population, everything has to be stable before they could have any elections. That's one thing. And the second thing is how can anything be stable if they're going to come in and arrest most of the existing city and county and state governments?
Well, yeah, but think about it. All the city and county, they're all corrupt.
That's what I'm saying. So how can the community be stable enough to have an election when the government not stable? And not only that, they had to go through all these court records, see what was lawful and what was unlawful. It's my understanding most of the misdemeanor stuff going to be dismissed or erased or whatever they're going to do, and half of the felonies are going to go away, except anybody with trafficking, like drug trafficking, or anybody with any kind of a child trafficking. I don't know if they're going to do retrials or they're just going to keep them in jail. I don't know how that's going to work. But think about it. If all of the banking, credit accounting is going away, how are they going to maintain the data banks on thousands of prisoners, the records for the files and all of that?
I think they're going to have to pay for their crimes. Period. Just because the leftists has let them get away with it don't mean that that's right. They're all these illegals coming over here and killing people and robbing everybody. I mean, yeah, they're going to have to pay for that.
Okay, well, you can't try them again because there'd be double jeopardy.
Well, I think not really. When you have a fake government doing all that, that's not really legal. That's my opinion.
My perspective was kind of that once they let a lot of these go, they'll probably recommit crimes and they'll be tried in that aspect, and that they will put people who served in the military that are out of the military now, they're considered civilians, but they have military experience on how to come in, set up, and run things. And I think they'll be putting military governments in temporarily until they can get the dockets and everything cleaned up, because all that got to be cleaned up too. What are we going to do about all that?
I think they'll find the right people.
I will tell you that I got confirmation today. You know how they do here in Texas, they do state inspections on your vehicles? That somebody who works in one of these little inspection places, that change the oil and stuff, he told me that by the end of the year, they will not be doing inspections on your vehicles anymore. And see, they shouldn't be able to tell you about anything to do with your chattel property. It's your property. If you keep it up, great. If you don't, it's nobody's business.
We used to have to get an inspection sticker to put on our window. And that's been gone for a long time now. I don't know whatever happened.
You still do it here in Texas. Huh. That's state laws. See, all these laws, people just can't imagine the scope of how many laws are going to go away. I mean, they're not even going to be able to come and tell you how high your grass should be in your yard if you live in the city.
Yeah, my husband passed away, like I said, a couple of years ago, a little bit, almost 3 years now. And my grass had grown up. My lawnmower was broke down. Tried to get it fixed. I had to
Oh,
go get a new one. But, we were told that if it gets so high, they were going to start giving us a ticket. I'm out in the country. That's why I moved out there, because I didn't want nobody else minding my business.
yeah, I'm with you.
And see, like, we was going to go get a camper. Not a camper, a trailer, and put out there, because our house is just in real bad shape. And it's either we're gonna probably tear it down, or was gonna build another one. But we were talking about actually putting a trailer on it. And they said, no, we can't do that. You have to have 3 acres. We got like 2.75 acres. Does that even make any sense? They're
No,
telling us what we can and cannot do on our own damn property.
yeah, I know. I deal with it on a daily basis, stressing over they're going to give me a ticket about my grass being too tall, but yet the restaurant's down the street, it's all the way up to my shoulders.
Well, I
But yet,
literally almost had a stroke trying to get my grass cut, because all I had was, at the time, it took me for a while before I could get money financially stable, because after he passed, everything went back and had to reestablish. And so I was trying to cut this daggone grass with a push mower, and I was out in the middle of something. I almost had a stroke. I got so sick, and I didn't even think I'd drive back to my daughter's house. But I had to stay at home and rest for several days over that. But I finally got me one. I got me a riding lawnmower now, so I get to pay somebody to use that and cut it half the time. But I was getting in good shape, I'll tell you that.
I'm so sorry about that. I hit the wrong button and booted myself right on out.
I have done that a couple of times. But no, I was cutting the grass with the push mower, and I was cleaning up the yard. There was a lot of his stuff that he worked on stuff out there, and it got trashy. And I started throwing everything in the garbage, and I was becoming buff, like, just, man, energy. And then I had to fall and bust my arm, and I was down with that for about a year and a half. But I'm fine now. I'm getting started back again.
Well, that's good to hear. I know I haven't been able to do what I was doing 3 and 4 years ago. That sun, to me, I don't know. Do y'all feel like the sun is different? To me, it feels like it's a lot different.
It is different because they've been covering the sun up. And if you remember and think about it, the clouds were all white. The sky was white, and it was always cloudy every single day. They were covering up the sun with that CERN, CERN. Look it up. That's what they were doing. And now Trump had made a statement that he's getting it stopped, and all of a sudden the sky got blue again. Did y'all not notice that?
Yeah, I did. It's more like it was when I was a kid. How about the rest of you guys?
Beautiful blue.
There's more ultraviolet rays coming through that we're not used to. And I think that's why it's making me sunsick if I stay out too long in it.
Well, remember this. I don't know if you know, but if you don't, I'll pass it along to everybody. The sun is actually healthy for you, very healthy for you. It's got vitamin D for one thing and other things. But with them covering it up, that's why they were covering it up, so that they were trying to make it just become dark, I think, because we wouldn't be able to survive in it. But
Well,
they said, well, let me say this real quick. They said also that people that were putting on sunscreen, that's what was giving them cancer. The sun will actually heal you and cancer stuff. Y'all know that? Anybody?
yeah, I seen it where they faces would turn black where they put the under the right light magnification. But what I was going to say is those lizard people can't tolerate the sun; it kills them. So that's why they were trying to make it darker and change the environment. Did y'all see that flood that's going on over there? Where is that, in Utah?
Yeah, and I think they did that. I think they did that on purpose.
I think so too. And Mexico too. Did you see that? That was just a few days ago.
No, I didn't know about that one, but I'm pretty sure all this stuff is being done. There's still bad people out there.
Well, I don't think it's the bad people doing. We've been told to watch the water, and the Bible tells you that where there is land, there will be water, and where there is water, there'll be land. So I think that they're trying to do it in a gradual manner so that, so it doesn't completely wipe everything out.
Yeah, but this is what's been going on the whole time. They've been doing this, blowing this stuff up and making all this crap happen. And, even if it says it in the Bible, God knew that this was going to happen. All this bad stuff that's been happening, they've done it. They controlled the weather. They can make the volcanoes erupt. I think they threw bombs in them, to be honest. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. And they can make it rain whenever they want to. Blow up well, you live in Texas, right?
Yeah.
So y'all had that big snow there one time where they said it's never snowed there before. And then all of a sudden, there's people that died in that ice storm that they had.
That was 2015. Yeah, my grandson died because of it.
Really? Sorry about that.
Yeah, he died. It was right around Christmas time. Hey, Gordon.
I think he's talking about the 2019-2020 storm where y'all were under
the electric, where they shut the electric down.
The grid down. Y'all were without power in a lot of areas for like a month.
Yeah, I know that too. People died in that one too.
And there was something about they was asking to borrow some electricity from, I think it was Louisiana maybe, and Biden supposedly wrote a letter or something and wouldn't let them borrow the electricity. Y'all know about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there you go. Vote for Biden.
2021. It was 2021. I'm in Texas. Remember?
Thanks
2020. Yeah, 2020. That was COVID. And then 2021 is when hell froze over. That's what we called it here. But I never lost power. Tons of people did. I never lost power. I'm one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, see, the one in 2015 was twice as bad. It stayed frozen for almost 2 weeks and it was so bad frozen, they even shut the ambulances and the air ambulances down. The life port where they take them to the other hospitals. And man, them roads were so slick. That's the year that my grandson died, was 2015.
What part of
I think
Texas
that
was
was
that
a
in?
test at
What
West
part of
Texas.
Texas? Okay, yeah, I'm from Amarillo because it didn't happen down here in Central Texas in 2015.
No, I think it was a test run for what they did in 2021.
Right.
That's what I think.
And I mean, we haven't seen weather. I kept telling everybody, I think I'm living in Amarillo again. Oh, crap. But luckily, we didn't lose power here. But I know tons of people did all over the place.
Oh, yeah, and they just built a brand new fancy, the city did this, brand new fancy Marriott hotel right downtown. They wouldn't even let people go in and stay warm. The city owns it. See, that's what people don't realize is these cities are corporations. They're not there for your interests. They're there to make money for their stockholders. And, line their pockets because the stockholders usually wind up paying even more money. Stockholders or shareholders would be citizens. We're the
Lady
ones who
Scott,
pay the taxes in. Yes, ma'am.
West Texas is crooked as shit. I was raised there. It was crooked as hell when I lived there. And I
Listen,
know it was.
I was
There are
born
a
in
bunch of crooks up there.
I was born in Pecos, Texas. Tell me about law west of the Pecos. I know all about it, experienced it firsthand. They torched my house. The FBI did that. That's the conversation we'll have one day.
Yeah, there's a bunch of crooks all over the place. It doesn't matter where you live. There's a pack of them in places that people don't even know about.
I'm like, y'all, I just want to move to the country. I'm going to do these projects God put on my heart. I'm going to move to the country and into obscurity. And do what, had a guy who was, I'll just say that he was taught to be a godfather. We'll put it that way. And he said, when you get done doing what you need to do, move into obscurity. Just become a grain in the woodwork and fade away. I said, yep, that's what I'm going to do. Y'all know I'm telling a story too, don't you? Because I love y'all too much. I got books to write and everything else.
Oh, I'm not writing no book. I'm going to be reading them.
Shoot, every one of you guys out there is a book. And y'all can do self-publishing online. I want to say it's lulu.com, Lulu, teaches you how to write your stories, combine it into a book, all of that. And shoot, you only need 10 or 15 chapters. Once you get it wrote,
I've got
then
a
you can
story.
take it over and put it onto Amazon. That they have a program there where you draw royalties off of it forever.
I have a story that people would not believe.
If it involves West Texas, I believe it.
No, I'm from Ohio. My mama wanted to get away from my daddy, and she supposedly had accused him of molesting me. And I remember the very night the police came in there, and he was not molesting me. Anyway, I remember her going up the stairs to the courtroom, and she kept on telling me, I got to tell him this. If they ask you who you want to live with, you got to tell them me, or you'll never see us again. They'll put you in a home. Anyway, she had a train wreck. She was in a train accident. They put us in foster home for 4 years. And guess what happened there? I was molested in that foster home by the father, and the brother. And I couldn't, I was so little that, you know what they told me? They said, you can't tell nobody because they'll blame you and nobody will love you anymore, and you'll get in trouble.
That
Yeah.
happens a lot in foster homes and children's homes. Very, very sad, and I'm sorry that happened to you.
Well, I finally, I remembered my caseworker. Oh, I lost my brother and sister. They got adopted out because of the whole daggone thing that happened. I found my sister. Never did find my brother. But it was so tragic what I went through. And, you know, they talk about all these children now that has the movie, what was it called? Something Freedom. I never did get to see it, but I sure wanted to. I think I could buy it. I'll probably buy it and watch
It's
it.
in the movie is in my movie room.
Oh, is it?
There's links in there to all of that kind of stuff, and you just have to scroll way up until you find it, but it's in there.
Sound of Freedom, Jim Caviezel.
Sound of Freedom. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to go see it, but I didn't want to go by myself because I was kind of skittish about going by myself with that on there. I was thinking somebody's liable to come in there and shoot the place up. They don't want us to watch it, I'm sure. And
It
I
was
just
really
scared to go.
it was very tastefully done, I think. It gives you the idea of what was going on without actually being too graphic.
Yeah, I did read the reviews on it, and they did say that there's a lot of stuff they couldn't show, and that they just did it in good taste. So, yeah, but they was trying to stop that from coming out.
Well, they tried a lot of things that didn't work. They tried to defeat God's children, and that was never going to work. And when God started standing up, things turned around. He gave him plenty of time, gave him plenty of warning. Trump gave him plenty of opportunity to turn around, turn herself in, try to do things the right way. They all chose the hard way.
I've been hearing some things that
Hey,
God or Jesus.
Brittany, hold on 1 second, please. Hey, gang, I'm sorry. I'm just apologize, but I'm getting tired and not feeling that well at the moment. So I'm gonna call it a night. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the recording off. But y'all keep going. Y'all are doing great. Love y'all.
We love you
Okay,
too,
thank you.
Gordon. I'm sorry you're feeling bad, honey. I hope you get